Why do we have new curriculum documents? The Roswell Independent School District was awarded a $200,000 grant from the Daniels Foundation. The grant money is to be used to aid RASD in developing an updated, current curriculum for all grades, kindergarten through 12th. Who created the documents? Bedrock Incorporated created the Unpacked standards documents for math and ELA for the Common Core standards, grades K through 12. Grades kindergarten through 12th grade teachers across the country who are consultants with Bedrock unpacked each of the standards in the documents RASD will be provided with. What are the curriculum documents? The documents are unpacked standards which allow teachers to, first, dig deeper into the standard so that it's not just words on a page, but provides teachers with deeper meaning as to what learning and mastery expectation is to take place. Second, they will provide meaningful, specific, and intentional teaching. Third, they will allow teachers to have a common understanding of what the standards mean while having common expectations for student learning. Fourth, the documents will amplify standards of learning and define the essential content knowledge, skills, and understandings that will be measured. Finally, the documents will translate the unpacked standards into student-friendly language through the development of daily learning objectives. Now let's dig deeper into each component.
While each standard has been unpacked in these documents, the standards are then clustered so that they are not taught in isolation. Again, supporting standards are an important piece to consider when planning instruction so that we can ensure the standards are not taught in isolation and to maximize student understanding and learning of key grade level concepts. The state assessment performance indicators are an important component of the Unpacked Standards documents. This piece identifies the level at which students are expected to demonstrate proficiency and above the standards when taking the state assessment.
Identifying the DOK helps determine what you and your team will use as a criteria for success for each target. Finding the DOK helps determine what you and your team will use as a criteria for success for each target. Teachers will be looking at verbs in the standard and the skills students need to use, asking, what level do all students need to be operating on? Understanding why students make frequent mistakes can help teachers plan their lessons and tailor their feedback to support students' shift in thinking. As an example, the teacher might recognize that many students erroneously believe that when dividing fractions, they should divide the denominator by the numerator. Anticipating this can help teachers tailor their approaches to help students head off such errors. As student misconceptions are identified, they can be added to the document to support additional teachers when planning instruction. A lesson to address the misconception has been provided to support the teacher in his or her planning prior to the beginning of the instruction.
Bloom's taxonomy is provided to help the teacher determine the cognitive level at which the standard is targeted. Teachers can therefore plan for what students must be able to do with what they know. The vertical alignment component identifies the progression of learning in looking back and looking ahead at the standard. Teachers will be able to reference what the standard looks like in the grade before and the grade after. Additionally, teachers will understand what students are expected to know and what to do in the previous and next grade.
The suggested essential questions help teachers understand why we teach the standard and how it is broken down. The essential questions are those that the student should be able to answer at the end of the unit cluster of standards taught. The identified academic vocabulary is provided so that the teacher understands what students need to comprehend in order to master learning of the standards being taught. It is important for teachers to know the vocabulary within the standard so that it can be targeted in planning and instruction in order for students to master the standard taught.
To know, This component identifies what knowledge and facts students will learn and be able to state as they relate to the standard learned. Understanding what generalizations and principles students will be able to show. This component is written from the view of what good readers and good writers should be able to do related to each ELA standard. Do. These are the skills and strategies students will be able to demonstrate. In this document, they are written as I can statements. Question stems and prompts are identified at varying levels of complexity in order to engage student thinking and learning at the highest level appropriate.
Standards from other core content areas which connect or align with the standards being taught. 1 to 2 cross-curricular standards are identified. However, there are several that could be used to draw connections to the ELA standards and learning. The documents provide a variety of aligned resource materials that can be used to support instruction and, in addition to district-adopted textbooks, to meaningfully enhance student learning. Resources include those that encourage higher-level thinking. Specific resources for EL, advanced, and struggling learners are available and can be used to differentiate for students' needs. Additionally, high-quality external resources are included for each Unpacked standard. The links and resources provided are free.
Identified strategies will help students to organize information for understanding and remembering. As many of our ISD schools have partnered with AVID, a link for AVID strategies is also available for each Unpacked standard. Sample assessment questions are taken from PARC-released items. These questions require students to show mastery of learning of the standards at a higher level of rigor and performance.
It is our intention to provide teachers ease of access to these documents so that planning will be easier facilitated within your PLC processes and individual planning. We hope that you've had an opportunity now to familiarize yourself with the documents and the location of the resources. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.